Hello everyone, I'm going to do this short video because I've been asked about how I turn the bowls on glue and I thought that this would be the best way to show it. I am not a YouTube video maker, so I've got little experience in doing these videos, but we'll give it a go. All of my bowls are turned on glue, hot melt glue. I've pre-prepared the back of this bowl, and instead of, like some other turners, turning a foot or a recess on the bottom of the bowl to house the chuck, what I do is draw some quick pencil lines like that, and then marry the bottom of the bowl with a scrap piece of wood that's been fitted to another faceplate. The diameter of the scrap piece of wood on here is about 90mm. So by halving that and finding roughly the size you want, you can mark the wood just to be a little bit more precise, like so. And then I always add a couple extra anyway, just to give me some guidance. But I know that that's the one we should be on. Okay, so what I need to do now is remove the bowl from the lathe. And sit it on the bed of the lathe. I've got my scrap piece of wood on another faceplate. I want to line the two up. Let's have a bit more light on the subject. Okay, so we want to line it up as best as we can, having a look from all angles. And with the help of those pencil marks, we should get it nigh on, spot on. That looks like it's close. Not quite close enough. There we go. The reason I do it this way is twofold really. When I started turning many years ago, I couldn't afford 4-jaw chucks, so I had to do it a different way, and I was taught how to turn bowls on double-sided carpet tape. That taught me to have quite a gentle touch, as you can imagine, so doing it with glue is a safer bet for me. I use my 4-jaw chuck in this instance as a kind of a paperweight. So we've got the scrap piece of wood lined up with the centering rings on the back of the bowl. Now we need the hot melt glue. So it's a simple glue gun from B&Q or wherever it is you want to get your glue gun from. And what we're going to do is go around where the scrap piece of wood and the bottom of the bowl meet. And we want to go all the way around. Making sure that we've got a good layer of glue around the joint. Now, depending on the balance of the bowl you're turning, depending on its size, will depend on how much glue you put on this joint. You could wait for the glue to set at this point, 5-10 minutes just to go cold and go hard, and then go round again, adding another layer. But for me, that'll do for this bowl. Now while that goes cold, I'll just mention that this isn't one of those how to do videos. This is how I do it. I would rather you didn't do it, and I would suggest strongly that you don't even attempt it unless you've had many years of turning experience under your belt. This isn't for the faint-hearted, okay? Once that goes cold and is set hard, I'll mount it back onto the lathe, just giving it a little test by just tweaking it, just making sure there's no rock or movement. And once I'm satisfied that that's okay, I'll remove the faceplate from the front, turn the lathe on a slow speed, fire it up, and with a sharp tool I will do shallow cuts and remove the centre of the bowl. That's how I do it, folks. Okay folks, so this is part 2 of me turning this bowl on glue. As you can see, I've removed the faceplate from the front and I've got it spinning on the lathe, and he is very slightly out. So what I shall do is I shall remove some of the weight from the inside of the bowl at this slow speed, shallow cuts, sharp tools as I said, and then I shall true up the outside before finishing. But as you can see, he's spinning lovely and he is sat on that hot melt glue. We are currently doing about, I don't know, maybe 120 rotations. Happy turnings, everyone.
Here you can see it with its first coat of oil. Thanks for watching.